Hello and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Lost Minds, where the adventuring party finds themselves in Cragmaw Castle, having just narrowly escaped being mauled or trampled or otherwise bothered by an owlbear who just left the castle by bursting out of the doors. They know they're still looking for Thoradin's favorite cousin, Gundren Rockseeker, who has been apprehended because he knows the location of the Wave Echo Cave. They now find themselves in this castle stinking of death. It's too eerily quiet. And are asking themselves what to do next.
I close the door.
I'm not feeling so well as I'm
And then
doubled over.
I scream, I told you I'd close the door. Good thing you got out of the way.
I think Thoradin's losing it, guys.
Yeah, dwarves and doors. They've got something.
Yeah, so I guess everyone's kind of hurt. Again. Quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a tough fight. Why don't we hang out in the church area? That seems like a nice place to rest.
Yeah, I guess we could do a quick rest. How about that? Short rest.
Sure.
I definitely could use a rest right now.
You closed the door, you said?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hold it closed. I barricade it. I find something.
Barricade it?
Yeah, I find something to lock the door with. Like.
Oh god.
What?
Just the DM's interesting. I bet Gundren Rockseeker's right back here, and if we take a short rest, that goblin's gonna kill him. We should probably go.
Alright,
Let's go save him then. And I'm
not...
bleeding but still walking.
Wait, then. Well, we can take like the 5 minutes it takes for me to do prayer of healing at least.
Okay.
To heal ourselves. So I'm gonna cast prayer of healing for 9 for everybody, I think.
Ooh, nice. I'm fully healed.
Up to 6 creatures, yeah. So we all get 9 health back.
Nice.
I'm
And
fully
then we can
healed.
go.
Okay.
And those that got aid, if it goes over, then you would still have like 5 8. Like you can still get extra HP.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going, my friends.
I will go through the door. Go down the hallway.
You
What's
see
behind you, buddy?
I follow.
that this hallway opens another door in front of you to the east, and there's another one of those loosely strung curtains to the south.
Beware of the curtain to the south.
I will slash the curtain down with my sword.
On the other side of it, you see the one remaining goblin quivering. Whoa!
Where is Gundren Rockseeker?
Whoa! Do you speak goblin?
No. Where is he?
It yells at you incoherently in goblin.
Radical, get over here. We need a translator.
Has Radical been hanging out with you? I feel like he was hiding in a corner last we saw him.
Yeah, I'm probably just shouting kind of like into the castle for Radical, having no idea where he is, but, Radical, come on out, we need a translator. Completely also forgetting that Thoradin speaks Goblin.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot of that.
Then we ask him.
Where is Gundren Rockseeker? The other dwarf that looks like this one.
Gunseeker.
He points to the room to your east and goes, just starts crying and peeing himself.
Is he dead?
The
I'm
goblin
not
doesn't
asking
seem.
that question.
The goblin doesn't
Oh,
seem-
no. I answer. I'm like, he's not dead, obviously. And then I take the spear out of the goblin's hands. And I think I would knock him unconscious.
Okay. You take his scimitar,
Yeah.
and then you try to knock him unconscious with your
yeah, like
hammer.
with the other side of his scimitar. Like with
Oh.
the wooden part or something.
So make me an attack roll with just your proficiency bonus.
How do I do that?
You just roll a d20 and add your proficiency.
10.
And your proficiency is what, 2?
I don't know. Where do I? Oh, +4. +4.
14.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, the goblin. Let me see. Yeah, the goblin is able to duck out of the way of that and just looks at you like, "How rude!" And then runs. Tries to run away.
I will follow after him, just to see
Alright,
where
what-
it is that he runs.
Why doesn't everyone go ahead and roll initiative again?
He doesn't have his scimitar anymore, right? Right.
Right.
What is that new icon in the turn order?
What?
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 What? Who? That's not supposed to show to you.
Oh, if you don't want it to show, you can right-click them, and I think you put them into the GM layer or something like that.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why it's. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I saw nothing.
All right. Where is my turn order? There it is. All right. The goblin gets to go first, and the goblin uses all its movement to run. Where is the goblin trying to run? The goblin's going to try to run out this door past Desdonia, who gets an attack of opportunity on him.
Okay.
So take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
It's in melee range then, right? So
Mhm.
I will do Talking Grasp at him.
Unfortunately, your grasp misses as he runs by.
Like, oof.
But it's definitely shocking.
Mhm.
I like it.
The goblin gets himself to the back door with his movement, and it is Thoradin's turn. What do you want to do, Thoradin?
So we don't see any enemy right now, right?
No, you saw the goblin flee
Where did it flee to?
out the back door.
Like
Or at least
that
he's like,
way?
he's at the back door. He's about to leave.
Oh, that way. Oh.
Mhm. He's climbing over all the dead bodies of his comrades.
Do I still see him, or is he out of vision?
You can't see him, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Yeah. 7.
Nice. You feel better. Maverick, what would you like to do now?
Let him go. He's probably not a troublemaker. Or whatever. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Is this a dead-end wall to the south of me?
No, you look over there and you see that the door to the room beyond has kind of been just busted off the hinges. It's kind of hanging sideways off of the hinges.
I will go 5, 10, 15 and poke my head in.
You see that the room looks, make an insight check.
Whatever. There's no goblins.
It looks like an empty, dirty room.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then I will use my action to dash and go 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30.
All right. So I understand that you open the door and step in the room.
Yeah.
All right. As you do, you let's see. Hold on, I have so many character sheets open. As you do, you feel something slam into your shoulder.
Oof.
For 13. Does that do?
No.
Does that? Yeah. Your armor though deflects it, but then you feel it come at you one more time, and this time it hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage. And you turn, and you see this, what looks like a female drow, who was hiding behind the door, just waiting for you to come through.
Wow.
As you look around the room, you see that in fact, let's read the actual adventure. This chamber has been set up as a crude living space with thick furs thrown on the floor to serve as carpets, old trophies hanging on the walls, a large bed to the north, and a brazier of coals burning brightly. A round table with several chairs stands to the south near the door. Near the table on the floor is an unconscious dwarf who looks badly beaten, and a hobgoblin king who looks hunched but powerful, standing over the unconscious dwarf as his seemingly pet wolf lies warming itself by the coals and raises its eyes and stares at you menacingly.
Rory, remember the good times. Remember the meat.
Now, Desdonia, it is your turn. You don't know anything that's happened otherwise, other than the fact that this goblin just ran past you and ran out of the castle.
So he ran out of the castle. Okay.
Well, he's at the door right now, technically.
So I could technically go attack him,
Yeah.
but
If you felt like that was important.
Unless he goes and warns somebody, but who's he gonna warn here? Probably. I go catch up to my group then.
Okay. So move 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That would put me here. It's 5
Okay.
steps per, I think. Hold on. Where was I? I think I was there. So 1, 2, 3. Diagonal.
Yeah, I think you were right where you were.
Okay.
Cool. Next up will be the goblin, who will continue screeching and running and leave the castle officially.
Only 15 feet there, Desdonia.
Oh. Okay, so. Wait, how did you do that line thing? Sorry.
Oh, the fourth
Here.
arrow, the fourth button on the top left, it's a ruler thing. So just click somewhere and drag to another place.
Okay, so if I'm here, I can.
But you just have to think about how you can walk through doors and stuff like that. You can't walk through walls, so.
Okay, 5 feet is each square is 5 feet then.
Mm-hmm. But you can also move diagonally.
15, 20, 25, 30. So I'd be here. Okay.
Cool. Lilo, it's your turn now. You heard Maverick slam open the door, and you probably heard him cry out or the clang of something against his armor.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that Desdonia couldn't take an action. She only moved, right?
Oh, that's right. Desdonia, did you want to take an action?
So inside here, excuse me, because I can't quite tell what. That's Maverick. That's in there. I'm kind of too. I mean, I'm like, if I'm looking at where I'm at and where the door is, I technically can't really. I don't have line of vision to anybody except for maybe the dog.
I think that seeing the wolf would be a stretch for you. So yeah, I think.
But I could see this guy technically, or the.
I think maybe you could see the drow. Yeah.
Okay, and the drow's not doing anything yet, right?
The drow is the one that was pummeling Maverick brutally.
Okay, then I will attack the drow.
With what?
With the only spell I have. I'm gonna go with Ray of Frost. Bam. And it does nothing, which I'm not surprised.
It kind of hits the door frame harmlessly and splatters.
Spell.
Lilo. Wait.
All right, well, seeing his allies in danger, Lilo bravely bursts through the door right into the middle of it, and he decides to stab at the drow.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we were supposed to be arresting you now, as I strike at her twice.
All right, the first one hits for that 8 piercing damage. And do you get the sneak attack as well?
Yep, since there's someone within 5 feet.
Right. So you do a total of 13 damage with that attack. All right. The drow turns to face you with burning, angry eyes. It now turns its melee attack on you, Lilo, and slams you with a 23, which hits for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oof, okay.
And then comes at you one more time, again with a 25 for 5 more bludgeoning damage. It just wants to smash you.
Ouch.
Now, at that point, the hobgoblin, who, let me see if I can read you something about him. He's a fierce, old-looking bugbear, and he looks, even though he kind of is aged and he has kind of stooped shoulders and a hunched back, he's surprisingly agile. And he steps over to Gundren, to this dwarf, who you guys probably don't recognize yet, and picks him up and holds a claw to his unconscious throat and says, "Now let's not do anything hasty." He's threatening to kill the dwarf if you don't back off. Thoradin, you see this happen through the door, and you see that he's holding your cousin Gundren and threatening to kill him. What do you do?
No, retreat! So I don't know how, like, I feel like my character would understand how, like, the rules of the world work. Like, let's say I went for him and attacked him. Does he get, like, a reaction to insta-kill my cousin, or, like, what happens? I feel like, you know, like the door thing, it's not like a natural, like I would expect to be able to randomly close the door.
Yeah.
But like how, if he's threatening, would he be able to just end him, or would...
No, in this case, his action has been to grab and gather the dwarf. So if he were holding action at anyone advancing, then yeah, he would have a reaction. But you saw him kind of step and use his action to like lift and hold the dwarf and threaten you.
So it's this guy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever. So I'm gonna run up to him and warhammer him.
Oh wow! Just
Thoradin, what are you doing? Thought we need to back up. It's your cousin.
Nonsense! They'll always have him. They can always blackmail us or threaten. Kill him.
Get away from my cousin!
Show me that warhammer roll.
Yeah, I hope it works.
Ooh. 23 does hit. It does 5 points of damage. And I'm going to have... Because he is holding this dwarf, I'm going to see... What kind of save is he going to have to make? I guess a dex? Yeah, he takes that hit, and it looks like for a second his grip on your cousin almost falters, but he holds fast, and he's still holding a claw to your cousin's neck.
And I want to use my bonus action for healing word on my cousin.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, with 7 healing.
All right. He opens his eyes and gasps. And sits up.
Godrin, it's the time of our lives. Let's get out of here.
What is your... He shouts some sort of family like motto.
Yeah.
What's your family motto?
To the hills.
All right, he yells, "To the hills!" and fights to his feet, or tries to, even though he's grappled by King Brawl right now.
Oh shit! Could I like give him my I have 2 weapons. My hand axe. Could I like just? I don't know if I can do that. It's probably not possible. It's too many actions.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah.
You could later.
It's okay. He's back.
All right. Thoradin has tears of joy in his eyes as he sees his cousin regain life. And Maverick, it's your turn now.
I will step here and take a swipe at the bugbear with my sword. 22, and then I will, assuming that hits, I will also disarming strike. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend a superiority die, force an attempt to force the creature to drop a weapon item of choice that it is holding. Then I add the die to the damage roll. So he's got to make a strength saving throw against DC 12? No, DC 13. And on a fail, he drops the object. So his weapon.
He fails.
Excellent. And I also do an extra 3 damage. So I do 9 damage. Force him to drop his weapon, and then I will use my free object interaction to pick up. No, I can't. My hands are full.
He drops a particularly brutal-looking morning star.
I want to use my foot, if I can, to like kick it behind me. I'm going to try and like kick it through the doorway.
Do you have some sort of reaction to do that?
I have a bonus action that I haven't used yet, maybe? And a free object interaction that I haven't used yet?
I'll give you the object interaction.
Sweet.
So you try to kick it across the floor?
Yeah, I want to try and kick it through this doorway, if that's possible.
Through the doorway?
Yeah, I mean, that's the direction. The objective is to get it away from the bugbear. The secondary objective is to make it through the door.
All right, roll me a dexterity check.
Right. Here we go. 14.
Not bad. It does skitter away. You do manage to kind of grab it with your foot and slide it across the floor. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go out the door. It kind of like bops against the door frame. It just barely hit the rim, you know? But it is now sitting by the door and out of his reach for the moment. Desdonia, it's now your turn.
I'm going to... What do I have left? Nothing I can use. Besides... I don't want to get too close, so I think I'm going to stay where I'm at and... well, actually, I'll move over this way so I can at least... I'll at least... let's see, I will... Ray of Frost, the... I don't know what he's called, the thing. This guy.
Which guy? The one who? Okay.
Yeah.
The bugbear.
The
who
bugbear,
has-
yeah.
Who seems from what you guys have heard, other descriptions of him. It looks like that might be King Grawl, the head of the goblins. So you do try to Ray of Frost him, and unfortunately, yet again, the Ray of Frost betrays you. It doesn't seem to reach him. You do see also that his Morning Star is lying there on the ground. A few pieces of the frost kind of dribble harmlessly onto the weapon. Next up is Lilo.
Okay, I take a quick glance at this wolf over here. How's it looking?
It's looking mad.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stab at this drow again.
All right. The drow takes the damage from your first short sword attack, but not the offhand attack. So a total of 15.
Great. And if I can also use a free object interaction, I'm just gonna very gently, since I'm using most of my effort on attacking, I just want to push that Morning Star with my foot, through the door. That's about it.
You're not standing by the door. Let's see. I mean, you'd have to move. And then also, do you have an object interaction that you could use to do that?
My foot.
Yeah, but you've already taken your action as an attack.
Okay, that's fair. The wolf's next to me, so I don't really want to move away from it.
Yeah. All right, cool. That means it is now the drow's turn.
Uh-oh.
You seem like you're caught up in the wrong crowd here, drow.
You said this to the drow?
Yeah.
It says, "You have made very bad decisions," and slams you again on the head. Ooh, first one is a 22, so that does 8 bludgeoning damage to you. And then he basically just takes a giant clubbed fist, or some sort of club that he has in his hand, just poof, poof, on either side of your head. The other one is 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
1. Yeah.
I'm barely standing, but I'll retort back. No, you have.
Lilo's just kind of had his bell rung real bad. He's got Tweety birds around his head. Gundren, who has just been brought back from unconsciousness, looks up at King Grawl, and let's see, he doesn't have a weapon on him, but he is not enjoying being threatened that way. So he's going to try to just elbow King Grawl in the face.
Get the Morning Star.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, well, he is grappled by King Grawl, so he first has to try to escape that grapple with a opposed strength check. And he fails miserably. He's kind of squirming around, but you can tell he's much the worse for wear for being a prisoner. And
can't. Gundren, don't give up. I believe in you. I never
To
told
the
you
hills! To the hills!
that. I never told you that before, but you're my favorite cousin.
You see tears glisten in his eyes, and you think you've given him the will to succeed again next time. King Grawl then roars with frustration and tries to put Gundren down. He really doesn't appreciate Gundren's attitude, but all he has is a javelin on his back, and since he's got Gundren grappled, that's too hard. He's just gonna kind of try to scratch at Gundren with his bugbear claws. Let's see how well he does. Let's see. He does. He manages to scratch him, and I'm gonna say for an improvised claw weapon, it's maybe a D4. So yeah, he only does 1 little point of damage to Gundren, but Gundren is still just looking lovingly at his cousin, who he now knows believes in him, and it's but a scratch to him. Let's see. You asked about that wolf, Lilo. the wolf has kind of been doing that thing that dogs do where they're kind of revving themselves up. They've got the like lip twitch going. And he finally has reached a breaking point. He's going to jump on Lilo.
Oh
and try to
no.
rip him to shreds. Let's see. He takes a bite attack. And it misses.
Whew.
He somehow like misjudges Lilo's height and snaps harmlessly above his head. Next up will be Thoradin.
Leave my favorite cousin alone. I say as I warhammer him again for 20.
Ooh, that definitely hits. And you do 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Like I don't think I've ever rolled that good with the warhammer with my character.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have him roll a strength athletics check to see if he can hold on to Gundren. And he just barely manages to. He's still holding on to your cousin and threatening to hurt him if you keep coming at him. He yells, "I'll kill him! I will! I'll kill him!"
I'll kill you first.
Maverick, what do you do?
I turn to the drow, and I will take a strike with my longsword with that what was like an eagle emblazoned or eagle pommeled sword.
This is the one you picked up in the other room, right?
Yeah, I will take a slash for a 20 to hit.
Ooh, very fancy. It does. Go ahead, sorry.
And I will also disarming strike it. So it will also need to make a strength saving throw or drop the larger of the weapons in its hands or the right weapon, whichever.
I was trying to... Okay, I think it's a club that it's holding.
Okay.
So it takes 5 points of damage.
Plus
and the
5 from the
that
superiority. 5 and 5.
Right.
Yeah.
And the club that it's been just like mercilessly whacking either side of Lilo's head with clatters from his hand onto the ground.
Beautiful. I will use my action surge and make another attack with the longsword, slashing again with a 23 to hit. And I
9
will.
damage.
Do you guys have a second weapon, right?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Well, then I will do nothing else. Just do the 9 damage.
This drow looks very worse for wear.
Perfect.
Now it is... Where were we? Desdonia's turn.
I see it worse for wear, and I come in. Do I get any advantage because it doesn't have a weapon or no?
No.
Okay. Well, I come next to it and I cast Shocking Grasp. Man, I wish I had advantage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Shocking Grasp, you kind of like grab for him and he ducks out of the way.
Okay.
Or she ducks out of the way. That makes it Lilo's turn.
All right. Hey, if I don't make it out, try casting Healing Word on me, I say, as I stab wildly at the drow.
Both of your stabs do go wild and unfortunately don't connect with the drow. Now it's the drow's turn and it hisses at you and says, "The black spider will hear of this," and tries to disengage and flee, which is going to be difficult, but it tries. Lilo, you get an attack of opportunity.
Did the drow want to use the disengage action?
Don't you have to have a special? Oh no, everyone can disengage, can't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, it tries to disengage. Can it only disengage from one person?
Everything.
Okay, so yeah, it just tries to leave. It just tries to do a leave, and it goes.
Passes by me. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I feel since she was far.
Well, That's what I'm asking is like, it's trying to disengage from everybody and there's a whole bunch of people. So does disengage apply to everyone you're running past?
It does. The tricky part is running through Desdonia might not be okay if she's blocking the door. If she just wants to let her through, though, that's fine.
Yeah, so are you trying to block the Drow's way, Desdonia?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so then you guys are going to roll opposed strength checks.
Oh, fun.
Drow's going to try to...
I'm sure
push
she's
past.
not that strong, right?
Wait, so what do I need to do? Just
click your
strength.
STR, yeah. Yeah, so the Drow just snarls at you and throws you to the side and does manage to push past you. And continues. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Running for that opening that you guys saw in the doorway to the castle. And muttering, screaming things like, "The black spider will be triumphant."
I want to chase
All right.
after it, but it's not my turn.
No, it's not. It is Gundren's turn. Gundren is going to try again to disengage from being grappled by this bugbear. So he will...
Oh,
He's not feeling very good.
little buddy.
Yeah, he's trying, but he's doing pretty poorly, and the bugbear is holding fast with these aged but very strong bugbear arms. King Grawl growls at the effort of holding him and looks at Thoradin and says, "I'll kill him." And I think what he's gonna do is, I think he's gonna like let go of Gundren. Where is he? Hold on, I'm looking for his character sheet. There he is. He's going to, all he has left because of Maverick taking his weapon is he has a javelin. So he's going to let go of Gundren, shove him in front of him, and then try to just shove this javelin into his stomach. So he does that, but unluckily for him, I have so many character sheets up. Unluckily for him, Gundren just happens to see it and just smack it out of the way, and it passes harmlessly to his side. He takes no damage whatsoever, and he says, "Ha!"
And I go, "Ha!"
Ha! That you guys have a moment going, "Ha ha ha!" together. Next up is the wolf, who is now even madder at Lilo. He is determined that Lilo is his prey. And the wolf takes another bite at Lilo, and with a 17 to hit.
Yep, that's good.
Does 5 piercing damage to your knee.
It brings me down.
No!
The wolf stands over you menacingly and proudly as you fall to the ground. Next up will be Thoradin.
I'm gonna hit again at this evil guy with my warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, I knew
You
it
missed.
couldn't keep going. Like, there's no way.
You realize that all that time you spent cackling
Yeah.
with glee with your cousin maybe could have been better spent aiming your warhammer.
I tell my cousin to get behind me.
Okay. Maverick, what do you do?
Well, I mean, if I could actually, I would have gotten in between the two. Now that he's like out of the way, right? If I can, I'd like, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, you can move. You can use your movement to step in between them.
I'm in between. I don't know if to put myself in between.
I think if you, what is it? You hold Alt and you move, then you can kind of like double.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aha!
It looks like Thoradin's got this covered, and I don't really want Lilo to get ripped to shreds by a wolf. So I will come over here. Yeah, I will come over here and stab at the wolf. Or slash at the wolf with an 18 to hit.
Ooh, I think that's going to be good. Let's check. Yep, it connects. You do 7 damage to the wolf, and it howls with anger.
Do I have anything else I can do? I've already used my action surge. The wolf doesn't happen to have any weapons, right?
Nope, just teeth.
Can I try? I'm gonna try and physically disarm it by using the disarming strike to do an extra D8 damage. Will 6 more damage disarm the wolf?
When you say disarm the wolf, what are you trying to do?
Kill it. Remove its limb from its body. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just trying to do enough damage to put it down.
It will not be put down by 6, but you do an extra 6.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's it. I'm out of special abilities, guys. It's up to you, Desdonia.
Desdonia, it's your turn.
If I chase after the drow, it's still at that doorway, right? So I could technically go after it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably regret this. But I'm going to reach over, so I'm gonna go over to it, and that's 30 steps already, or 30 feet. I already measured it out. And then I'm going to grab it with Shocking Grasp.
You run up behind it, you try to Shocking Grasp, you do connect, and you do 6 lightning damage. You see that it's about to run out the door, but you catch its hand. The lightning winds up its arm and through its brain and through its body. It shudders and falls to the ground.
Oh, yes!
Good call.
As that happens, you see that its features begin to change.
Oh, wow.
And as it falls to the ground dead, you see the drow become something that you may recognize as a shape-changing doppelganger.
Son of a...
But you have defeated it. Now
Alright.
it will be Lilo's turn, so we need a death save from our halfling friend.
All right, I got this.
Natural 20. You can do it.
Let's see. Death save that one.
All right, well done.
This.
All right, next up will be Gundren, who's standing behind his brother. His brother has told him to run for that Morning Star, so he's going to walk over and pick up that weapon and is now wielding a Morning Star, which used to belong to King Grawl. Next up will be... Let's see, if he grabbed that would be... Would that be his action?
You
I think
could
it...
pick up a thing as an object interaction. You get to like open a door or stow a weapon or something for freezies.
Does everyone get an object interaction on every turn? I thought that was just a rogue thing.
I thought it was just an everyone thing.
I have no idea.
I've been known to be wrong from time to time.
Let's see if chat knows. I'm going to say for now that that's... Oh, well, according to chat, everyone gets an object interaction. So he's going to go ahead and do that. And he's going to go back over to help his cousin and take a swing at King Grawl with this Morningstar. He's not a Morningstar user, though, so he's going to do that at disadvantage. With a 14 to hit the bugbear. So he unfortunately misses. He's just kind of staring at it like, how do Morningstar? And he doesn't quite get there. Next up is King Grawl, who turns his attention to Thoradin and smiles wickedly and says, I will enjoy this. And goes after you with that javelin and fails. Probably because you're too close to him. He just can't quite figure out how to hit you with this javelin and completely misses.
That's what I'm talking about, foul bear.
The wolf turns its attention to you, Maverick, as it stands over Lilo, having ripped his leg to shreds, and he goes for you to take a bite of your delicious flesh.
Not today, wolf.
Unfortunately for him, you are correct, and he doesn't manage to sink his teeth into you.
Slow roll on that one, Anna. Thanks.
Thoradin, it's your turn.
My strategy is still the Warhammer. 20.
Ooh, man, you are filled with love for your cousin, and everything you've been holding back, all this worry is coming out through your warhammer as you bring it yet again to bear against King Grawl for 4 damage.
If the morning star is not for you, cousin, I also have a hand axe handy over here. I point to the hand axe.
All right. Next up will be Wait.
Yep.
Who just Maverick?
I will continue to try and put this wolf to sleep with violence. 16 to hit.
I believe that hits. Let's double check. It sure does. You do 5 damage, and that is just enough. The wolf looks at you with confusion as the darkness settles in behind its eyes and slumps over, falling on top of Lilo.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Then I'll go 5, 10, 15 and look at the thing and say, stand down. All your men are dead. Your wolf is dead. Give up.
And is the drow dead? Yes, the drow is dead.
Let me see. When you say that to him, he says, "I will never back down," and stands his ground, and says, "I'm owed money for this captive, and I won't be cheated out of it."
I'll pay you if you tell me who it is that owes you the money.
I don't think you have the funds that the Black Spider has.
You're probably right.
All right, next is who just went? So next is Desdonia.
Well, with my newfound that I killed the drow, I'm going to come back into the room, and I guess that leads me here. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like my stuff might hit. So I go ahead, I see that the one guy is still standing, and I Ray of Frost him.
You try to Ray of Frost him, but...
And I'm just like, why do I have this spell? I just question its existence in my inventory.
As you stare at your hands, having an existential crisis,
Like, yeah.
Milo rolls another death save.
All right. I'm feeling the 20 this time. Whoops, wrong one.
Oops, it's... Oh, good.
We're good.
It is Yes, it's a save. So that's 2 saves. Just one more and you will be safe. Gundren gets to go next. He's wielding this Morning Star. He's kind of figuring it out at this point because he's really proficient with a club. So he kind of feels like he's got that figured out. And he goes again for King Grawl and says... actually says nothing. He just kind of roars with anger, and he manages to do quite a bit of damage to this guy with his own weapon.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right, 13 piercing damage.
Holy shit.
Yep. All right, and next up will be King Grawl himself. He will... He does see that he's outnumbered, but he is not one to back down. He's quite an ornery fellow. And he's going to go for Thoradin again because Thoradin seems to be really wailing on him with his javelin.
Right.
He manages this time to stick the javelin between your ribs, Thoradin, and does 9 piercing damage to you.
I fear nothing.
Next up will be Thoradin. How do you answer this attack?
With a warhammer. How original. With another drink.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're just whittling this guy down.
Yeah,
Little-
I had like a dream of taking his own spear and turning it around and stabbing him with it, but I don't think I'm good at spears, so I figured the warhammer is probably a better.
You're just still just like a carpenter, just with a nail. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Maverick.
I'm bashing him everywhere, like the knees, the head, the arms. Tomorrow he's gonna have so many bruises if he ever stands down.
Yeah, your love for your cousin is just filling you with capability.
I'm not going to take Thoradin's glory from him by killing the bugbear, so I will instead try and shove the bugbear to a ground with my shield. I'm just going to try and knock him down with an opposed athletics check.
Yeah, awesome.
Stay down, bugbear, I say, weakly hitting him in the knees.
He slaps your hand away and laughs. Ha!
Maybe that was a bad idea.
Desdonia, your turn.
Desdonia's not here.
Oops, where'd she go? Okay, never mind. Desdonia is thinking. She's holding action.
She was gonna miss anyway. I mean,
Yeah, probably true. Lilo, give us that other death save.
All right, this one is gonna raise me up.
Ooh.
Yep,
Nice.
I'm alive.
You are alive and stable. Feels good.
He doesn't need no friends.
Gee, it's a shame you didn't have a spare healing there, buddy.
Desdonia, you are ready now to take your turn. What would you like to do?
Give up my spell. Give it
Forget
up
it.
permanently. Forget it exists. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I have a question. If I were to cast sleep, it matters your overall hit points, not how many you actually have at the moment, right?
Let's look. Sleep.
In order their current hit points. Okay. It is. Okay. But I don't know how many hit points he has left.
Yes.
Okay.
Creatures
Well,
within
I'm
20
alright.
feet of a point you choose within range are affected in
Yeah.
ascending order of their current hit points.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well I'm not gonna do that and put everybody to sleep again. So I just go ahead and I kinda come closer to him and I cast Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, does it work this time? It does. You grab him, the shock, it catches, but it just goes, and it only does 1 point of lightning.
But anybody can disengage from him now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if that happens. Let's see. That brings us to Lilo, who is not conscious yet, but just stable, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, there's
don't
a
be-
wolf on me.
Conscious if you make your death.
No, you just stay unconscious.
All right. It's Gundren's turn, and he looks at his cousin lovingly and says, "For you, my cousin." And tries once again with the Morning Star, does 9 piercing damage, and King Grawl falls to his knee, looking very, very weak. Kind of raises one hand and says, Stop. I'll tell you everything I know. Just let me live." The next turn is Thoradin. So Thoradin, the decision falls to you. This person who has threatened to kill your cousin now asks you for forbearance and mercy and is surrendering to you. Do you take his surrender?
I look at my cousin for guidance. Because he's also great at guidance.
Your cousin looks at King Grawl and kind of angrily sneers, but he looks at you. You see the compassion in his eyes. He just kind of gives you a nod as if to say, "We're not those kind of people. You should accept his surrender."
I take his javelin from him.
He looks at you mournfully, but seems to have completely surrendered. And as you guys stand bloodied but not defeated, you realize that you have, in fact, saved Thoradin's favorite cousin. And that's where we'll stop for today.
Yay! We end up hugging That's
Yay!
You did it. You saved the cousin. It's been so long coming. You did it.
We did it.
You guys get so much XP. I have given you XP for the other rooms in the castle before, right?
Don't know. We were at 902? I'm not sure.
I think what we should do, instead of trying to go through all of the different XP that you've gotten, I think we should just say you guys level to level 4. So
Sounds good.
be ready for 4 Z's.
Woo.
Well done, adventurers. I'm proud of you. That is, if you're following along with the Lost Mine of Phandelver, we just finished part 3, which is Cragmaw Castle, and part 3 is the spider's web. So that's where a lot of the things can go kind of like crazy haywire, or they can go lots of different places, but they usually end up at Cragmaw Castle because that's kind of the, that's where Gundren is. That's where we had to set him free.
Yay.
So we will be back next week, as far as I know. Wait, next week is E3. So we probably won't be back next week. So watch Twitter for updates. We'll let you know what happens. But other than that, team, how about Neil start us off with any shout outs or things that you have going on that people can watch for?
Yeah, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, my new D&D campaign kicks off. It's called Assassin. It's a single-player campaign where each session is like an overall gathering of information and planning and plotting of an assassination, and then following it through, and then trying to escape in time and everything. And we're using as our source material some declassified CIA stuff to make it that extra bit of authentic. And then the other cool thing is you can kind of see it behind me, but that's a crappy printing of the world map that I've been building. But I just got a better printer, or found a better printer who will print better versions. So now I can start putting posters on the market that are the full map of Arcadia, which is now totally finished and I'm very excited about.
Ooh.
So if you want some cool world maps, stay tuned to my Twitter at Koibu0.
That's
Awesome.
super cool.
I'm very excited.
You've been building Arcadia for quite some time, right?
It started in October when I was still in October 2015. It's
Dang.
been 2.5 years, I think, of working on it, and now the map is done. All the locations are set, and yeah, I'm pretty excited.
That's really cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Who do you tag, Neil?
I'm gonna tag V.
I'm V Parlofoy. You can find me at twitch.tv V Parlofoy. The only thing I'm doing right now is I'm doing a lot of IRL streams. So I've been all over New York, and the last few days been riding a bike mostly all over New York, which is actually a lot scarier than it seems because you have to share the road with the cars and people already drive crazy. And so it's been kind of an adventure, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it and getting lots of exercise. And exciting things coming up for me is I will be doing yoga teacher training so I can get my yoga certification. So that's it for me. I
Cool.
tag Jen.
Are you gonna give classes on Twitch?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna tie it in with my streams.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be
Maybe
awesome.
I
I'm very
should do yoga from your stream. instead
Yoga
of
V, and then at conventions I'll do yoga classes, which will be fun
Ooh.
That's really cool.
I will take one.
for sure.
I would do one too.
Who do you tag?
You can follow me at 7pink. And if you want to try the game I'm working on, we have the closed beta coming up, and I think we announced the date. Before I spoil it, let me just verify. Yeah, it's June 19th. So if you want to get in, you should go on deathguardedgame.com and register, and you will very likely get in. Very likely. Because we intend on really putting our servers to test.
Awesome.
I tag Trump.
Cool. I'm Trump. At Trump SC, and I just came back from DreamHack, Austin. I happen to live in Austin, so it was a nice trip. It was fun getting to meet all the friends. And good event. And wrap us up, Anna.
You can find me doing more Dungeons and Dragons each Tuesday here, as well as at 4 p.m. on /D&D, where I do Dice Camera Action. And starting sometime soon, hopefully also on Thursdays with season 2 of Trapped in the Birdcage with DM Holly Conrad. All of those are on hiatus, though, because I'm going to be at E3 next week. So if you tune into twitch.tv/Twitch, I'll be on there with all of the big game reveals, all of the big press conferences, and we'll be talking to developers about all the cool stuff that they have coming up this year in video games. So be sure to tune in and celebrate with us with E3. It's going to be a great time. And if you want to stay up to date with my adventures, you can follow me at Anna Prosser on Instagram and Twitter especially. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching Lost Minds. If you want to give this channel a follow, you can be notified when we go live, and we will see you again, if not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after that, very, very soon. So be sure to keep an eye on @Misscliks on Twitter so that we'll keep you updated on our schedule. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.